Big D and Bubba
God, why?
have a show 5 days a week.
Somebody
They don't
die?
get to say
Just wait.
everything that's on their mind, so they have an extra one. And that's how we get the podcast.
Come on.
The podcast. Podcast. How we get the podcast.
Take a note, Patrick. Jeez.
The podcast.
Hey,
Some of my
I
favorites.
want to just say,
One of my
I
favorites.
deeply regret recording that.
Oh, no.
version.
I like
That
that
version
one.
is my favorite.
Mine
That's
too.
way better than the
Okay,
normal
that's-
intro.
No,
What?
it's not. No, it's
Oh,
not. You're
what?
insane.
Are you kidding me? That
was
is-
supposed to be for, well, what if we're doing the podcast and, like, there's been a tragedy and we can't have, like, this
I know.
upbeat podcast theme? So, okay, but every time Bubba does it, it's not a real tragedy.
There is a tragedy
No, it's
because all those companies who have auto warranty robocalls can't do it anymore.
That's not a tragedy.
That is a tragedy for those companies, those poor computer voices out of
Those
work.
poor people trying to scam everybody?
Just saying.
Okay.
The FCC has said phone companies are to block the auto warranty robocalls, and that is sad.
It's
That is.
fantastic. That's the best news normal people have got. What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm starting the podcast in a different way. Hey, everybody.
So
Thanks for
dumb.
having us on. Like us, rate us, give us all the stars. Make sure you share the podcast. Do what you can do to help spread the
Hey,
word.
if anyone's still listening, could you also do us a favor and follow us on YouTube? Go to YouTube and watch our videos because they are great and you are missing it.
and
I'm just
smash
saying.
that like button
Yes,
and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Hit subscribe. Ding the bell.
Yes.
Ding the bell.
From
It's
the-
not just the podcast. If you only listen to the podcast, you are missing out on a lot of cool stuff we're
Yes.
putting up on YouTube every day.
Yes. From the O'Reilly
post the
Auto
links
Parts
below.
Studio, O'Reilly Auto Parts. You're professional parts people, and if you love music, just a heads up, if you love music, you need to download the Pickle Jar app. They are our sponsor, and we want you to show some gratitude to your favorite artists. Like, let's say you got a band that's up on stage at a bar that you're at. You'll be able to pay them through the Pickle Jar app and kind of give them a tip and be like, yeah, that's my jam. You can do all that. Plus, you can support great causes and do charities and all that around town. Watch exclusive content. Can't find anywhere else, and you can download it for your Apple or your Droid at picklejar.com. And yes, it passed. I did that whole entire sentence, the last two, with a burp. You know how you get the little thing and you know you're about to burp? And I'm like, oh, please don't come out in the middle of this. And it didn't. I pulled it back.
Charming.
I'm very
such a
proud of
hero.
myself. I am
You're
a
a
hero.
hero.
Like a brand new
Holy
Pope.
policeman.
I wish that
What was
gold.
that?
That is a gold that I wish was in the clear. I was talking, and in the background, Lance said, like a brand new
Holy
Pope.
policeman.
Who says holy policeman? I'm going to start saying that from now on. It's
By
gonna
the
be
way,
my
he's
new
not
go-to.
kidding. He's not like trying to be funny.
Speaking
I
of,
think-
you excited about the new live PD? It's what it's called,
Dude,
Cops on
yeah,
Patrol.
no,
or-
it's On Patrol Live, and it's on the Reels Network, and yeah, I'm super stoked about
Did you
it.
figure out? Did you get reels?
I didn't
It's-
check.
it's-
I
yeah,
do
you
have
gotta
Philo,
kinda-
and I have it on my phone, so let me go ahead and check it out here.
I try it. It's a little hoop jumpy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's good for the. I spelled Philo wrong. PHILO. If you have that service, it's like Hulu. It's another one. They carry different channels.
Is it? It's not free. I guess.
No, it's not free. They might have a free version. I don't know. I don't have the free version. On Patrol. Oh, look at that. On Patrol
get it?
Live.
How
Hold
much
on,
is
I'm gonna-
Philo?
I don't know. But look, here we go. On Patrol Live. It's on my phone. And it's about to be
Oh yeah, man.
saved. You click the little save button. Boom. Done. And then you can watch it live. You can watch it
It's 25 a
back.
month.
25 a month.
Oh,
But they
25
have a
month.
ton of channels, dude. Like you got BBC America, you got A&E, you got AMC. So like Walking
you said
Dead.
great channels.
They have a bunch of great
BBC
channels.
America.
Access TV, which I mean,
Remember-
Carson and Patrick are on the Music's Greatest Mystery show all the
Yeah,
time
you
now.
can watch us on Philo.
You got CMT, Comedy Central. You got a bunch of stuff that is not on some of the other things. Plus, you have a bunch of news and things like that as well. And Hallmark Channel is on there, which is
Oh.
why I got it in the first place. History Channel. So it's really, really good. So Philo, go check it out. They should have spent money on the podcast today. On Patrol Live, we got to talk with Dan Abrams today, and that was cool because Dan Abrams, after they canceled Live PD, came on our show and he was like, guys, Yeah, I just everybody's canceling cops, anything to do with cops and policemen and all that. Remember, they even pulled Cops off the air for a while, the old classic TV show.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's like, yeah, they just for some reason the networks don't want to show police
What do
in
you
a
mean
good
for
light.
some reason?
Well,
we all know what that reason is.
but
We don't have to
he
sit
was
here
like,
and
you know,
pretend we don't.
But he was like, they don't want to show police doing good things in the community and actual community policing and all that. And he's like, it's a really big loss for America because people need to see what these guys and gals are going through all the time. So he said, I am going to fight to get this show back on the air. And it's been 2 years, a little over 2 years. And now On Patrol Live is on the Reels network. And you can start watching that beginning tonight and tomorrow, every Friday and Saturday nights. Live!
And if you missed that interview, you can watch it on our YouTube page at Big D and Bubba.
Oh,
Search
look
for
at
Big D
him.
and Bubba.
Love that.
Yeah. So, how many different services do you guys have? Like, you have Philo. What else do you have?
Okay, so I have Philo, I have Hulu. Let me go to my TV stack here.
I can give you mine because I don't have many. I have Netflix, HBO Max, and Prime Video. I used to have Disney Plus, but I canceled it.
Okay,
And
I have
that's it.
Just three.
Just those
Hulu,
three.
Philo, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Peacock, Apple TV, Paramount TV, Pluto TV, which is free. Get that one. HBO Max. I have Roku. I have Twitch. I've got several others that aren't here that are actually on my
He also
Roku.
what he doesn't have is money because he is paying for all that.
What
Good
the
Lord.
What?
That's not all of them. That's just the ones that are on my phone as well. The ones that are downloaded onto the TV and on the PlayStation. All that. Yeah, I have.
But you have to pay for those too?
Yes.
Why do you have so many?
Because there's always one show that I need to watch on something.
You might be the only person that would benefit from going back to cable.
Apple TV has that prehistoric thing that I had to watch. Apple TV has Ted Lasso. Apple TV has Tehran, which was amazing.
Right, but those are all done.
But
Like
so
Ted
cancel.
Lasso's not coming back
That's
for
the
a hot
thing.
minute.
Do the
It's still
Carson-
filming.
do the
but I was
Carson
just
thing.
watching the Prehistoric Planet thing, which was amazing. It was like Animal Planet, but
But did
with
you
like
finish it?
I have one episode left.
Okay. Then cancel it when you're done.
You can't.
How do you do that?
Can't.
Well, it's
you can't
called
do it.
self-control, Bubba. It's like how I can't eat one chocolate chip cookie.
Mm.
Okay, it's the same thing. You got to just can't. You just gotta bite the bullet and
But I
cancel
have
it.
a
Then you
whole,
won't know what
but I
you're
have
missing.
a whole family that everybody, my kids all use the same app, so everybody's, they'll be laying in their bedroom on their phone
Are
watching.
they paying
whatever.
for any of them?
Oh, look at that!
No, I'm wondering maybe if they should start.
No, they are not.
That's what
paying
I'm
for
saying.
any of
That
them.
wasn't a dig at you. That was literally, you know what? You have some kids that
you
can
have the
contribute.
whole internet
Yeah.
and Netflix and 10 other things. You don't
Yeah.
need 20. Like, man, I
But
didn't have any
there's
of that stuff when I
always
was a
some
kid.
show that you need somewhere, and that's why we have them all. So yeah,
You use that word need. I don't think you know what it means. That is not the word. That is just. I'm just saying, man. I had MTV and it wasn't even any good, but they did still play music videos, so that was nice.
my dad used to always do he would have the phone or the TV off, and he'd go. I'd walk in. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm watching MTV."
MTV.
Empty V. And I'm like, okay, Dad.
Wow.
First time it was cute. Took me a second to get it. And then he would do it over and over and over.
You guys know I was building my old school NES collection.
Oh yeah, right.
I got remote control.
Is that a?
It was
old
an
MTV
NES
game.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
Yes. It's great because they ask all these questions about TV shows that I didn't watch. They're like, here's this question about F Troop.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. But
I used to
because
watch
it
me
came
some
out in like
F-Troop.
88 or something.
F Troop?
No,
the game.
Control.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to say, my dad used to make me, that was basically what we watched. When he would come home from lunch when I was a little kid, we would watch all the F Troop reruns and Hogan's Heroes and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it had Vint Harper on it. I know that. It had Vinton from Mama's Family. That's all I know about F Troop.
Benton. Man, Mama's Family was a good show.
If they were asking me questions about Mama's Family, I'd be
I'm
all
good.
there.
I know my Mama's Family trivia.
But yeah.
So I've got Netflix, Prime, Disney.
You have Disney?
Yeah.
You have
Oh.
Hulu?
Mm-mm.
No, yeah, me neither.
No. Oh, I have a YouTube TV.
Yeah, you're big on that.
Yeah.
And
That's-
you just bought AMC.
Isn't that expensive though? Isn't YouTube TV expensive?
Is what?
So,
Isn't YouTube TV
Yeah.
expensive?
Yeah.
It's like $70 something.
so what I was going to tell you is you just got the AMC thing? Did you do that?
Or did you just buy Better Call Saul?
I just bought it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I was going to tell you, if you get Philo, you'll be able to have all those channels and all those shows too.
Oh. I didn't
And you
know
get
that.
all the food that built Americas and all the
really?
Adam, what's his name shows.
Richmond.
Yes, Adam Richmond shows. They're all so great.
See, I have something like that. Like I have the history app, but I don't pay for it. It's free. You know. I guess I have IMDb, but we never watch it.
I haven't watched
you know.
TV in a long time.
They keep pushing Freevee on me.
I'm telling you,
Every time I open up
Freevie's
Prime.
big. But
Yeah.
I use HBO Max a lot. HBO Max has so much, and every time I think I have a pretty good idea of everything that's on it, I get surprised by something. It's like, oh, they have every Harry Potter movie. Oh, they have every Superman movie. They have. If Warner Brothers made it in the last 50 years, or really no, 100 years, it's probably on there. Not everything, but most of it. And so they have like old Charlie Chaplin movies, and they have every TV show that Warner Brothers ever produced, and it is a lot. It rivals Disney Plus. Actually, no, I think it's got way more than Disney Plus does, as far as just total amount of stuff. So we have been watching HBO Max almost. Right now we're watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And,
else is on
which I've
HBO
seen
Max
before,
that
but
I
it's still
watched?
fun to watch.
Well, yeah, and also you've got the new prequel coming out.
so we're kind of boning up. Getting by the time we're done with rewatching Game of Thrones, we'll be ready for the prequel.
Yeah.
Holy policeman.
I tried. Everyone seemed to love Game of Thrones. I could not understand what they were saying.
It can
It's
be
a
tough.
subtitle thing. I
And
can't watch
I
anything.
subtitles.
I can't
watched
watch.
it.
I do
it
too.
all without. I have to have it.
Yeah. My wife actually complained about the subtitles the other day.
Oh.
I don't
For the
watch
first
anything
time
with
in a while.
subtitles. Nothing.
She
And
was like,
everybody in my
because-
family does.
Yeah, she was like, there was some comedy we were watching, and the punchline was on the screen before, they said
Right.
it. And she's like, sometimes I wish we didn't have the subtitles. I'm like, sometimes you wish I wasn't deaf, but I am.
Subtitles
I can't hear anything they're
suck,
saying.
except for like when you're watching Peaky Blinders or.
Well, that's what
you
he's
know,
talking about with Game of Thrones. If you don't have subtitles for Game
Yeah,
of
you
Thrones, you're
can't.
going to miss a lot.
It's tough.
It is
Yeah.
tough. They mumble and they speak in all different accents, and it can be tough to follow. I just can't. If I can watch without subtitles, we're gonna have to turn the TV up, and then everybody goes, "It's so loud whenever
Uh-huh.
music plays." I'm like,
Yep.
well, this is why we have a house. I shouldn't. It's not like I'm living in an apartment building, and I don't have to care if other people can hear my TV. Except now I'm married, and my wife doesn't like when the TV's too loud.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work with comedians because you could see the like you said, punchline before it hits.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So that doesn't work. But for everything else, I pretty much find myself just staring at the bottom,
Me too.
reading, and I feel like I'm missing all the other stuff.
You're missing the show.
Yeah. I feel like-
Eh.
I don't read everything. I just keep it there for when I miss a word or two. It's not. I'm not like actually deaf. I'm just mostly deaf.
I watch it like whenever. What's the show with Jamie?
Outlander.
Yeah, Outlander. I watch
Oh,
it
you
for
need it for Outlander?
because they speak in like old Gaelic and,
Their
and
brogue
Scottish
is
and
so thick that even when they're speaking technical English, you don't understand it.
you're talking about Kinnafash, and you're like, what?
Listen, I'm from South Louisiana, and there were sometimes on Swamp People where I'm like, they need subtitles.
Never in my life did I need that.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
for Swamp
a
People.
couple of times.
What's y'all's favorite, when it comes to, like, we just made me think of South Louisiana, like food, the Cajun food, Mexican, Mediterranean, Cuban. Like, what's your favorite? If you had to pick one that's all you can eat,
For the rest of my life.
what would it be? American, you can add that.
If I have to pick one, I'm going to pick real Cajun food, not something you would buy in a restaurant, but like something
Like mama
my
food.
mama or my grandma or one of my two older brothers would cook.
But don't you get tired of that? It's like,
Ooh.
okay.
No.
Okay.
No, because
it's-
you can.
no.
Because
I
it's
don't
only
get
a few
tired of
dishes.
anything.
It's the same
no,
kind of.
but you can really, I don't know. We eat different stuff all the time. We just put that spin on it, that kind of home cooking thing. I would take that over.
Oh, you got etouffee. You've got
No, man, rice and gravy.
jambalaya.
You know how many different
rice
kinds
and
of rice and
gravy?
gravy you can make? Well, how many kinds of meat you got? We can have pork rice and gravy. We can have chicken rice and gravy. We can have beef rice and gravy. You want to get fancy? We can get some shrimp in there, make a shrimp stew. That's still rice and gravy.
It's pretty much the same
That's-
thing.
No, man, it's
It
all
really
different though.
is.
And it takes on the different flavors of the different
it
meats.
does.
And
Okay.
yeah.
And then with rice and gravy, it's what do you put on the side? Sometimes you have beans, white beans, red beans. Sometimes you have peas. Sometimes you have corn and make a nice makshu or some okra, some smothered okra. Oh, come on. That's some good. That's my accent really started to kind of pop right there. I'm like, be careful. I'm going to fall full into frickin' the swamp in a minute.
What do you guys like? What's yours?
Man, I'm a little torn. And when I say what I'm going to say, it's going to shock you a little bit. I think I would like Greek Mediterranean food. If I had, and most people would think I would say either Cajun or Mexican, because that's the house I grew up in. We were like the Mexicajuns, but like I love Greek and Mediterranean. Like I love lamb and I love all that stuff. I could eat even the salads. I could eat the salads forever. I had a chicken Greek something the other day. I was like, this is so good. I love the flavor.
I love everything, man. I like Indian
I like food.
My second choice would probably be Japanese food. Like if I couldn't broaden it and say Asian, I'm gonna go Japanese food. I love all the hot food and the sushi. I love it.
Carson, what'd you get?
Italian.
Oh yeah,
All the way?
I could have guessed that.
Yeah, I'm like the mother side of the family. We're from Naples, so that's the stuff I was raised on that side. And my mom makes her own sauce, and I fry dough, and then you have the cheese alone is worth it for me to stick in there.
Yeah, that's true. I'm here for the cheese.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else.
Yeah, your tomatoes and basil are cute,
my
but I'm
God.
here for
And
the
it's
cheese.
I'm gonna
Italian
make you
includes
sad,
wine.
Carson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make you sad. How much do you miss Joey's pizza?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
So they didn't open up another thing and
Just
all.
shut
They're
it
just
down,
done.
man.
Shut it down. I thought about texting Stephanie, going like, "Hi,
Hey,
how you guys doing?
you guys want to cater a birthday
Miss
party?
you." By the way, we still have Joey's gift cards we never used.
Oh yeah, what's up with that?
Right, so like you guys just got our money.
You should text her, see if we can
Oh,
cash those in for a little catering.
Be like,
I
"Can
would
I
have
get
Joey's.
some ziti,
Boy, how good
please?"
would that party be? Y'all come over, we having Joey's Pizza. You can't buy it anymore.
Have you
We
been to
have it on my
Joey? Did you ever
birthday.
go?
Yeah, I used to go.
Oh,
Is it
man.
good?
Remember, I think you and I went and I ordered the Intimidator, and I ordered 2 of them, and they were like, "Oh no, you can't have that." And I'm
Oh,
like,
you
yeah,
brought
I
them
can.
here. We ate it here.
The
Yeah, they were
Gladiator.
here. Yeah, they were trying to tell the
yeah.
Gladiator. They were like, "You can't eat 2 of those." I'm like, "You don't know me. Gimme."
Let me go. You shouldn't eat 2 of those. Okay, you really shouldn't. That's a lot of meat.
I just put in my time off request. I put it in your calendar, and part of the I'm going home to Connecticut because I I haven't had real pizza in how long, and part of it is because I can't even go to Joey's anymore. It's so sad.
Poor Carson. We all
So
feel so
sad.
bad for you.
I had
but
to go
not
to
really.
Costco. Said I hate Costco pizza. I'm like, all right, it's fine.
I like
Like a
Costco.
brand
I do
new
too.
Policeman.
But that was it.
Wow.
Holy police!
Okay, well, you just kind of really ground to a halt there. It really didn't.
Well, it's food. I mean, you can only get to a certain point about talking to food
Yeah, and
about
then
food.
we get hungry
and then you
because
get
it's
hungry,
lunchtime?
and you don't want to talk about anything else. You're like, "Let me just
And
give
on
me a
that
menu."
note, I read an article where Honey Boo Boo is getting some sort of gastric procedure to make her thinner because I think she's only like 17, but she's got some weight on her and she wants to take it off. And what do? I start Googling it. Oh, it's non-invasive? Oh, how does this work? How much is it?
Non-invasive. How do you have non-invasive
They-
gastric?
They put a tube down your throat and then they suture your stomach and they make it into a tube and you're supposed to lose something like 60% of your excess body weight. Yeah.
Are we all Googling that right now?
I have the technical term in my studio, what it is, because yes, I've already looked up places that would do it
I'm
and
not
how much it
googling.
would
What am I
cost.
doing? I started to, and I went stop.
Oh, and it's cheap. This says $13,000, which is actually cheap for.
I
this kind of
found a
surgery.
place that'll do it for $9,
I will show
Whoa.
Carson.
and they're about an
something.
hour and a half from here.
So I caught myself on my security camera once and I took this picture because right before I started going to the gym, like in April, I got really sad because I caught myself on my security camera, and I'll show you that. That's very sad.
It's just not a good angle. That's okay.
Yeah, the side.
You're talking about a fat picture of Bubba?
So
Yeah.
look, this was yesterday. I felt way better.
Good for you.
I'm like, you know what?
Oh God, Bubba's gonna do this from on out, aren't you?
What?
I've started picking him up. Like, man, what's this muscle called right here?
Oh, yeah.
That's
called
yeah, man.
earlier.
I got
Call
this
it
great
down.
little
This muscle
shoulder
I never
muscle
had before.
I've never had this
What?
before.
What?
so
I
it's
don't
really
remember this.
Just had it.
I like that little muscle
God.
right there.
Look at me, man. I'm so jacked.
And he used to,
Swole.
I'm not
he used to
swole,
make
I'm
fun
not
of the
jacked.
guys who were like, the guys who get skinny and they talk about they kind of shame people like, oh, it's so
I ain't
busy. at the
shaming
thing."
nobody.
Yeah,
I ain't shaming
I
nobody.
get it. It's another way of bragging. I get it.
Dude, I have a
Yeah?
picture of you with your shirt off. That's all I'm gonna say, and you're like
I know.
doing the
Yeah.
same thing. So
yeah,
don't.
and you know what you did? You did the same thing I'm doing, and you were right.
I don't know what's going on. I
Yeah,
totally.
D sent me a picture one time.
It was when you were all like,
I
I'll
forget
get
what
a
it
blood
was.
test or something. Like, you were like, yeah, you should get a.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
I
were
was gonna-
calling Big D obese or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like,
that.
I was like, I bet your blood work is bad or something.
I told you
Remember
to
when
have
I-
it checked because see if you had hyphypothyroidism.
Yeah,
It's your
and so
Hashimoto's.
I was like, dude, it's gonna
Yeah.
be great. And then of course, I puts me into it like this weird like,
Oh, it got
my
Big D riled
God,
up.
man. I'm like, yeah, I've got something. I absolutely got something. And then I gotta get a stupid.
This is all a trick to make him get his blood drawn,
a
which
needle.
we did on the air, by the way.
And then
Carson.
we
It was
go
before you
through all that,
oh,
and then we do it, and we get the result, and
And
it's
he's fine.
great. She goes, "Oh, everything's awesome. You got a little vitamin D. Just get out in the sun." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I went through weeks of this paranoia because of this fat guy doing it to me.
Meanwhile-
I lost like
meanwhile, we had
90
to-
pounds.
We had to lay him down on a couch. He almost fainted from
That is
having his
true.
blood drawn on the air. It was so great.
Yeah, and so I'm fuming. It's a Friday night, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so ticked. And I sent it to Bubba. I'm just him. I'm like, you know what? Him. Look at this. Look at this. And there's a picture of me, and I'm all, shirt, and it's kind of. And Bubba goes, "Don't ever send me that again."
A picture
What
of
are you doing?
Looking all buff, trying to look all.
Why would you do that?
Yep. Now he's doing it.
And he was right. And I was like, God, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I'm keeping it. I'm like, of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you're gonna keep it, and you should keep that.
I wish I could find it. I've been going through my phone the whole time.
That's not the
And,
picture of you that I keep. I have really bad pictures.
Oh
of
my
all of
gosh.
them.
Patrick.
Oh, so great.
Patrick collects bad pictures.
I
of
do.
us.
I mean, I used to do
or screen
It
caps.
used to be.
videos.
My phone doesn't do that anymore, but it used to be when I would call Big D. It was a picture of me going.
I've
When
been,
he would call me, I had a picture of him going. It's all screen caps that are bad.
yeah, I would
Bad,
edit
bad.
videos, and like sometimes the cursor would get into this weird spot, and it would like make you look
Y'all know
all.
Garrett's got blackmail stuff on
Oh,
every
yeah.
one
All
of
of
us, right?
us.
Like, yeah, like a
Oh,
weird wonky
100%.
eye and all that. But yeah, anyway, but yeah.
I can't find this picture.
Remember
I
my
am
dad
so sad.
switched phones
Oh,
and he
I'm
calls me one
so
day and he
glad.
says, "Can you resend me that picture of you with the Super Bowl ring?" And I was like, "What?" And apparently there's this old picture that he'd had forever, and he was so upset that he lost it. Are you showing these?
That's great. You should show that. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to show it?
I don't care.
D
You
all
can
looking
do it.
jacked.
Oh, look,
You
show
sure?
it, show it.
Thyroid problem. Dude, I was so mad. I was so ticked. I was like, dude, why would he do that? Why did he do that to me? It was like I'm falling off the ledge. Here, you're going with me.
Yeah.
in
And
all
I
honesty-
expected a little more like of a brotherhood, a little bit
I
of.
know. I was
yeah,
trying to. I
some-
was.
some
that's what
empathy.
you
There
do.
was no-
I just want you to be
No, it
healthy.
It wasn't that. It was. Oh, hold on. You. What we're not explaining is that you were working out like 3 hours a day.
No,
and
man,
doing
I
all
was
this stuff
not.
and watching what you were
wasn't.
eating.
It was
and
good. You were-
I was like,
wasn't.
I don't know. I feel like you should have lost more weight. And I
see,
mean
see.
that
Look
sincerely.
at this. See?
I'm just saying.
I'm getting
Because
fired up
he was
again.
He was hitting it harder than any of us ever, except maybe Carson. Carson works out like 6 hours a day when she gets on the train. But this was, he was going
When
to
she
the gym.
gets on the train.
Yeah. He's
No,
right.
I'm
though.
right. No,
No,
when
he's
Carson
not,
gets
it's not an insult.
motivated, Carson works out before work and after work, and sometimes at night. Like, it's crazy.
That's insane.
I can't climb the stairs right now. Like, and I'm like, oh God, well, that was my workout for today.
That's
I
always
hope
my
y'all
biggest
enjoyed
fear.
it.
That's part of the reason I work out is I never want to be that person that's going to hold other people back. I hate when you're in a group and let's say you all have to walk up a hill. I don't want to be that person that's huffing and puffing. So I like hold it in. I'm like, hey, no, it's thin. Hey. I never want to be.
I know
like,
exactly what you
Yeah,
mean.
I know.
I used to go on group hikes back in the day, and I would always take up basically the tail.
Yeah.
So I would always be the very last person, and the reason is because anybody in front of me was my excuse to take my time. They'd be like, "Yo, how are y'all doing? Oh, we're just trying to keep up over here." And obviously, I would always make it look like they were the slow one, but I'm like, "Thank God you're slow."
Did you guys, when you were in high school and did conditioning or maybe training for sports like D, they used to put us all in a line and have us run the track, and the person at the end would have to run to the front. You had to pass everybody that was in front of you. And we used to have to do that for cheerleading conditioning. And A, I have little legs. B, I've always been chubby. And C, one of the track girls was a cheerleader. And she was behind me at the end. So she just takes her gazelle legs and sprints up to the front. And then she sets the pace. That's the other. So now I've got to not just bypass the entire line, but get in front of the girl who runs track. And you want to talk humiliation. It was just straight up. I like do full out sprint and then I get in front of her and I start walking. Like, that's it, girls.
And of
we're
course,
done.
she was showing off, too.
Of course she was. Megan. She's still a really good friend.
Megan.
She's still one of my best friends, but she knows.
I've been into yacht rock lately.
Same.
Bubba was talking about it the other day.
I went to a Yacht Rock tribute concert, and it was
Was it
so
great?
much fun. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah.
They just go through all like these. Just they hit all the songs.
Yeah, they were doing
That's
like
impressive.
Yeah, they would go from like Toto to Christopher Cross to
America.
yeah, they were
Sister
doing,
Golden Hair and
Yeah.
the like bread, make it with you. and-
Yeah.
and it was enjoyable.
I've got Africa, Toto, Your Love, The Outfield, Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Your Love counts as yacht rock. Do you think so?
I made the list. I'm looking at. I mean, it's.
Yacht Rock is so much fun.
I do love Hold the Line from Toto. That's a
Hold the
great song.
line.
Toto is
And
one
it's
of,
at
the,
Yacht
one of the
Rock.
greatest bands
Yeah.
ever in history.
Do you know the guitar player from Toto, I learned the other day, played the guitar solo in A Runnin' with the Night by Lionel Richie? You know that really like,
Yeah.
that crazy guitar
Steve
solo?
Lukather?
Steve Lukather, yeah. Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, here you go. Some nerd information for you.
Anyway, dude, I have just complete idiot friends. Have you got the group of text guys that you talk to, and it's just like it starts off one way and then it goes into this. It just falls apart, and it's so. I could never ever tell you what they're talking about. It's so awful, but it's real life, and like people really do that. And everyone has like another. You're this way with this person, you're this way the other with another person.
Yeah.
And it's your real life, and everyone's the same way. But then we all kind of put up the airs, and I'm offended. Dude, you get around your buds, golly, these guys are making me go. I told them I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to. And they're like asking me questions. I'm like, I'm in this. We're doing a podcast. Not that anyone cares, but I'm doing this podcast, and they're like, and it's just like that's enough. Enough. How do I kind of want to get out of my own group.
I had to mute a group chat the other day because they said it turned into this weird fight, and I don't know who's speaking now and who's not, but it's literally me and all dudes. So I know you were thinking that it was a bunch of girls getting cat. Nope, it's me. We're fighting over music, and I finally went mute.
Fighting in text messages?
Yes.
What
Like,
did
over
someone
what?
say? What got you fired up?
That I went to go see Def Leppard and Poison and Motley Crue the other night, and I left before Motley Crue.
Did
How
you?
could you leave? And I go, because Vince is terrible, and they hate each other, and it's very obvious, and it's a garbage show. So I saw the bands I
Oh,
wanted to see,
wow.
and I left. Well, you went to see Bon Jovi. John can't sing anymore. Right, but John has a physical, he literally cannot sing. That's
I didn't know
something
that.
he can't change. I go, Vince, I think could do better. No, I think Vince is dealing with the same thing. And it now became we're fighting over Motley Crue's health. And I just went mute.
Wow.
Yeah, it became I think you're being way too harsh. I can't believe you paid all that money. Well,
Here
it
you-
was my money, not yours.
Most people argue about politics.
No.
Or,
Oh, no.
religion.
What are your
money,
top 5
or-
sleaze rock bands of all time? Go.
Wait, what is sleaze rock?
Oh, it's
Motley
like
Crue.
Faster Pussycat, Bang Tango, Bullet Boys, like the real sleazy, dirty, not at all clever in their lyrics, but still great music. But yeah, very R-rated.
I saw someone was talking about Vince Neil and how he just sounded terrible, and had kind of let himself go. And someone goes, "It looks like Vince Meal."
Okay, I'm gonna hold on, unmuting the group chat.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and fire that one off. Vince Neil, how about? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I told you, I sent you guys it might have been a week ago now, that I was at a Mexican restaurant and had pictures of country artists on the
Oh
walls.
yeah, and
And
all
one of Vince
country
Neil.
artists and Vince Neil.
And it was weird. It was like Patsy Cline.
yeah, it wasn't like new country
No.
artists.
And then there's Garth and
It's like an
George
older
Jones.
Reba picture.
Yeah.
Reba. And he's like in the middle of George Strait and Alan Jackson, like right in the middle.
George Strait, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, Alan Jackson.
And I was
One of these
I was so
things,
thrown
not
off.
like the other.
I'm like, is that? That's why I took a picture. I'm like, is that Vince Neil? And you guys are. Carson was like, yep. Was it you going? Yeah, he lives out in Leapers Fort.
Lives in Leapers Fort,
So maybe he goes there because this restaurant was kind of near there,
Okay. Yeah.
near-ish, and so maybe
Maybe he walked in and said, I want my thing up there.
that's probably he went in there and they all freaked out and they said, hey, we'll put a picture of you up. You know, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the guy.
You're giving
Do you
him.
call him Dr. Mealgood?
Okay.
He's the one they call Dr. Meal. Dude,
brings
there ought
out
to
his
be
food?
there ought to be a freaking
girls.
meal delivery service called Dr. Mealgood. That's a freaking thing.
What group
Or
is that?
weight loss
Not
doctor.
Poison.
Snacking in the boys'
Who
room.
was that? Motley Crue?
Motley Crue.
Oh my God, are we doing this?
We're going through the
Motley Crue. I'm gonna pull up Motley Crue songs.
Grills, grills, grills. Like to cook my food on the grill every day. I got nothing.
All right,
Kickstart My Grill. You could do that
There's
too.
Kickstart. Let's see. Same old situation. What can y'all do with that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Home Sweet Home could be
Home Sweet Home Cooked.
home cooked.
I like grills too. It's pretty good. If I die tomorrow, well,
Primal Ice Cream.
Wow.
Their song is Primal Scream.
Primal
Yes,
Scream,
yeah, that's good.
I didn't realize they had this many songs. I only know like
Yeah.
3 or 4, I guess. What'd you say? Smoking in the boys' room? What'd you say?
Snacking in the boys' room.
Snacking in the boys' room.
That's good. That's really good.
He could just be smoking in the boys' room and change all the lyrics to
Too
make
fast
stuff
for
that are about
lunch.
meat. All right.
All right. Well, this is.
I don't have a good list of
I'm
their
gonna go
songs.
eat lunch now because I'm hungry and we keep talking about food.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm fat, so let's do it.
Well, the only reason you're fat because you have an issue with your thyroid.
Thyroid problem?
You have a thyroid problem.
I do actually. I'm also fat because I eat too much, but also I have a thyroid problem.
Don't you take medicine for that?
Yeah, it just keeps you from.
is it
If
not
I didn't
working?
take thyroid medicine, I would probably.
Can
weigh
you get your
600
money
pounds. No.
You should use this on your comedy tour. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm really fat, but I'm on thyroid pills, and
Hoping to get my money back.
You done?
I'm trying to help you, man.
Like
No,
the
you're
brain
not.
part.
I'm doing what you do. I'm just trying to help you, man.
You still mad at me about that? Was 10 years ago.
That was
She's
20 years
still
ago.
Mad.
That grudge, man.
It was 20
Wow.
years ago.
It was a different time, you understand? 58 or
1989.
1989. 2000.
2007 or 2008. If you get that joke, you are friends with us. Let me tell you right now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, again,
It's a different
that's
time,
real
you
life.
understand.
That's real
That's
life, but we
it.
can never talk about it.
No,
No,
never,
never,
never, never,
never.
never.
Never
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna get it. Never
All right,
gonna
are we
Who's
done?
Yes, we're
Who sang
done.
that?
En Vogue.
In Vogue?
And they also did
But-
Don't Go Chasing
Nope.
Water.
They didn't.
That was TLC.
Oh, TLC did. I
don't want no
love it when you
scrubs.
do. So much of a pie.
That's
They're
the
all
Spice
British.
Girls.
Oh,
Oh, my
jeez.
dear.
Wow.
Spice Girls did that wannabe song.
To hit me what you want.
yeah.
Tell
That
me
is
what you
wannabe.
want.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a wannabees. What?
If you want to be my
If you-
lover.
Oh, if you want to be
I'm
my
a
lover.
wannabees.
You got to get with my friend.
I think I had brain damage.
No,
You know
I
what?
love how your brain
There's a
works.
blood test they can do for brain damage. We can get someone in here. She just draw a little blood.
I'm going to send a picture to Baba going, brain damage?
And it'll pop up 15 years from now.
You'll be like, dude, don't ever do that.
Don't ever.
Please don't. I'm
you
keeping it.
send
I'm
me a
keeping it
shirtless
forever.
I have
I will
other
keep it
ones.
forever,
I've
Bob.
got Big D doing his stretches. Remember?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's that was that night where you
Yeah, that was the night.
people came into your All right,
Yes.
so we're staying on campus. You went Texas A&M, and we're doing some event the next. I don't know. We're doing
So
something.
they put us up in this really nice, like
was
it's
on
for
campus.
Yeah, it's on campus, but it's like a little spot for alumni only. Like it's like their little secret place to put like important people. So
It
they
is
put us
nice.
there for some dumb reason.
And so it's like, I don't know, there's 2 or 3 bedrooms, but they're all in their own rooms. And then there's like this big common area.
It's like a clubhouse kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And so I was on this big stretching kick, and I had a little portable DVD player. It was like when they first, I don't know, they first somewhat came out. So I had one, and Bubba walks out of his room in the morning, and I'm on the floor doing stretches, watching a video.
It was fantastic.
And he was like, "Oh my God, I have to take a picture of this." And I'm like, "Well, go ahead, because I'm stuck in this. I can't move." So he takes, and then he goes, "Dude, in the middle of the night, someone came in my room."
It's true.
I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. So in the middle of the night, there were here's the stretching picture.
But you
just
still
for
have
you.
it? I
Oh
wanna
yeah.
see that. I don't think I
Oh, you
remember
wanna
even
see it?
seeing
Okay.
it.
I'll show it. Who cares? There you go. There's the old
It's not like really
de-stretching.
unflattering or
No,
anything.
no, it's just
funny.
like
yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Look how flat my butt is.
Gosh, can you guys make
like-
trading cards?
Look at that. It just
You have
goes-
all these old pictures of each other. Like,
goes in.
make a Pokemon, collect them all.
My butt goes in. It like goes in
It's
and not
convex
out. It's
or concave.
whatever. It's like I'm on the wrong side of the spoon.
Yeah. So what happens is we're sleeping, and all of a sudden, I wake up in the middle of the night, and my door is partially opened to my room, and there's like 3 girls' heads poking in, and they're laughing.
Is it
and then,
giggling?
Yeah, like giggling, laughing.
Uh-huh.
And then they leave, and I'm like, what the heck was that? And I hear them leave the apartment, the whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God, they must have had the key, walked in
Right.
and went, oh my God, there are people here. And that's why they were giggling, is like, oh my God, people are in this bed, you know?
Oh, it's weird. All I could think about was that. Hey, I was going to think about is the Monty Python Search of a Holy Grail. You know, the oversexed women, and the guys get there to the castle, and they're all like, "I'll show him to the room. I'll take care. I want to watch him. No, I want to watch him."
Dude,
it was weird.
It was so weird. And I'm like, yeah, there were people in our room,
God,
bro.
and then that whole weekend was weird.
Yeah.
All the don't step on the grass. Say howdy. What? Jeez. Step up. Stand down.
You almost
Turn
got
around.
me. You almost got me. Don't step on the grass. I'm like,
Man, it was weird. That was, I mean, yeah,
There are
we
a
have
lot of
traditions here.
rules.
I got it, man. Jeez, we were told, but you know what? By the end of the weekend, we were so into Texas A&M has this rich tradition. They have the 12th man, the yell thing they do the night before.
they don't
It's
have cheerleaders. They have yell leaders, you know, the whole thing.
yeah, and I was like, we were sitting,
You
we're
got the
watching
guy-
the game,
the
and
guards with the sword.
Yeah, it's the band runs. They run. They sprint. They sprint. Just these whatever, and then they get on the field, and these guys with the tall leather boots walk out, and they pull their swords out.
The cadets.
I'm like, what are they doing? And this guy goes, "They're protecting the sacred field." I was like,
Sacred
"Oh,
ground.
What are you even?"
Yeah. So
talking
apparently,
about?"
if you try to rush, like, you know,
Will they
like
stab
in
you?
any other stadium, you win this great game, this game you weren't supposed to win. People would go and, you know, climb the goalposts and
Right,
bring
right.
them down. I wouldn't try to Texas
wouldn't either.
A&M. You might get
You might get
stabbed.
shish kebabbed. And then, but by the end of the weekend, I purchased the VHS tape of all the yells from Fish Camp and all that stuff. I was all in. And Bubba had a Texas A&M sweatshirt, and we're walking through the Nashville airport Sunday night, getting back, and we're all like, we just drank so much maroon Kool-Aid, and we get this guy walking towards us, and he stops and he sees Bubba's sweatshirt, and this guy has a giant, big old Texas A&M ring, which that's their like, hey,
It's a beacon.
Illuminati, you in? I'm in. To be one, all that stuff. He goes, you guys Aggies? I goes, nah, we just came back from a game. Okay. Took off, had nothing more to do
Yeah.
with us.
Wow.
Like very dismissive.
Very
like,
dismissive.
like,
I
oh.
wonder what universe you'd be living in now if you had said yes.
You're right.
It could have
Yeah.
changed the trajectory
Yeah.
of everything.
You
Yeah, but
guys
they would have found out. It's kind of like the way they do Stolen Valor.
You know what? I know, but the thing is,
like
nobody spins a web like D.
I don't know. But
I think it would have taken a hot minute, and by that time, you guys could have figured out enough.
maybe could have been like, yeah, we would have been.
Like right now, you guys could be, I don't know, running the school or something.
I don't
yeah,
know.
we could.
I slept in a field for the
Chancellor.
chili cook-off. I had a good time.
How did you guys end up running the whole southeast of, whatever? But yeah, it was crazy. That
How
was
did
a
you
rough
end up
weekend.
president of Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Well, we were at an airport, and
Ole Miss is all similar with all the chants and stuff. Not as
Yeah,
not
yeah.
as weird, but
There's
I don't know. There's another one as weird as
As weird or as involved? I don't think it's. I think
definitely
it's
no one is.
I
Involved.
wouldn't use the word weird. I think
It's weird if you. It's weird for them on the outside.
If you're an outsider, yeah, maybe. But like, I loved the tradition. It's so
Yeah, I
so
got into it. I
tradition
mean, I
heavy.
bought the stupid VHS tape. I watched
It
half
was
of it.
it was one of the most. I mean, I've been to football games and
How
stadiums
long is the chant?
all around. Oh, there's
there's
just a
all
billion of them.
kinds
Okay.
them.
It's
And you got
weird.
the whoops and you got
It
the
is.
stuff.
Okay,
and,
so
it's just
the first time my dad and I had a tradition where you go to the when they started playing again at the end of the season. It's always the day or the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's the LSU A&M game. So whenever it was at LSU, my dad and I went. We did this for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them in a row. The very first time that we went, we had tickets right in the front of the section where so we're kind of like right in the front of the second section. I don't know how to describe it. So like in a balcony where we have a clear shot and there's these 4 yell leaders right in front of us because apparently right below us was the A&M crowd. And these guys, they do it looks strange.
Oh,
It
it
look-
is.
and
it's
my
a bunch
father-
of. It looks like
it's
they're
weird.
like they're flagging down a like they're
I'm
giving
not gonna do
directions
it
to an
because I will-
F-18 on a carrier deck. They're like,
Oh yeah, and they dance and they do all kind of crazy stuff and they yell and my father after about 10 minutes goes, what the hell is going on?
but they're directing the chants is what they're doing.
Then we
So
go
it's
back.
interesting because the whole entire crowd in the entire stadium is watching them for cues, and everybody does the same cheer, chant, whatever you want to call it, at the same
I
exact
bet it's
time.
really cool there.
It is really,
There
really
you
know
get
impressive.
into
where,
it.
you know
It's
where it's not
weird.
cool? It's somewhere else.
Yeah.
When they're just standing there and they're doing it, and a bunch of fans from the other team are going, "What? Why?"
Bob, I would love to have you like voiceover when they're doing when the guys are doing all the stuff, doing your Attenborough, what's his name, voice.
Richard Attenborough, David Attenborough.
The
This
male has
is
to
the
attract.
male
his-
yell leader must attract.
The male yell leader will use his plumage to attract the females. Now, you will also see that when he finds his hands up in the air, that the female will react with a whoop.
It needs to even be like it needs to be something like in most
Kick 'em.
species. In most species, the female is the leader of the cheers. But
So
amongst
good.
the
Her
Aggies,
reaction is what turns him on. Kick him. Jesus whooped.
they had a
Oh,
T-shirt
that
that
sticker.
said that.
It was a
Dude, it's
bumper
sticker.
sticker.
Jesus whooped.
I
I was
saw
wearing
it over
track,
in the
I'm
stadium.
like,
I was
what?
like,
He's like, dude, that says Jesus whooped. I'm like, oh my god.
Is this that's a
And you
little-
know what? There are more almost every not every car. The vast majority, and I mean majority, more than 50% of the cars are colored maroon.
in the whole entire Bryan College
They,
stage.
they said that
yeah,
there's more maroon vehicles in that zip code.
and it's not a color you see a lot.
No, it's
so
off.
when you're there, you go. What's
But
going on?
everything is
and
everything is
all
that
the
color.
awnings, everything. It's,
Everything. Signs, the outline of it, everything is maroon.
I think in the town of College Station, you can't have a sign if it doesn't have maroon and white in it, right?
Ah,
it?
yeah. That,
Like there was some chain store that
there's
wanted to open there, and they
something.
wouldn't let them do
Oh,
it.
wow.
They
They
wouldn't
wouldn't do
change
it.
their sign.
Yeah, or it might have been. I know there's a.
That's
I think
in the
there's a height
limits
limit
of that.
Right,
maybe
but
it's in the
still.
limits of campus or whatever. But
Wow.
yeah, they're super into it.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, once you get, it's shocking. But once you're kind of there, you're like, yeah,
this is the way it's supposed to
sure.
be.
Let's all go to South America. Let's go there, sing some songs, drink some Kool-Aid, and let's go meet the great maker in the universe. You get to
I
that
strongly
point.
don't recommend that anybody do that.
That was a Jim Jones.
It really was, yeah.
You really
Oh,
took
I'm
that
like-
to the.
I'm
to
like,
the-
what? I was like, are we
You
doing
ran it. You ran it in for the touchdown.
I was like, is he
Nobody.
talking about ayahuasca? What are you doing?
Nope, nope. He's talking about Jim Jones.
No.
He made a Kool-Aid reference, and he took it all the way. Some people just make a haphazard Kool-Aid
Nope,
reference.
you killed
Not
it.
you, buddy. You went
No.
the full metaphor.
Took a left at Suriname, went straight to Guyana.
Wow. Wow. That is more
Point after
South
touchdown.
American geography than I've ever seen anyone in this show possess. In fact,
I know.
That's wow.
Anyway.
Stunned. And
Done
what's the name of the movie that Tom Cruise did
God.
with Patrick Swayze?
Movie that Tom Cruise did with Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze
It was Tom Cruise's
was in
first
that
movie.
dancing thing.
No.
He did the Patrick Swayze danced.
Yeah, but not in this movie.
No.
But I know.
No, but
this
yeah,
is
he
the way I
dances.
get
Yeah,
to it.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I have a process. He
never gonna
died.
get
He
this.
he landed his plane in the desert one time. He was drunk and
Yeah.
they didn't file any charges.
Yeah.
He's he was in Wolverine. Swayze was in Wolverine.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
no, that's
Red
not
Dawn.
Wolverine.
Red
That's
Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Where they yell Wolverine.
Wolverine is a different
Yep,
movie.
yep.
Oh,
starring Hugh
Wolverine's
Jackman.
the one with the fingers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Freddie Krueger.
And
Talk to me about
this
adamantium.
is Risky Business.
No. He's not going to get it. It's not that
No, it's-
The
famous of a
Outsiders.
movie. The Outsiders.
And
Yeah,
I thought
look, he
Tom
doesn't know
Cruise's
that.
first movie was actually Taps.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I thought it was that
Oh.
one where I thought it was Legend or whatever, where he was like
I think Taps was his first.
some kind of Greek mythology thing.
Is Outsiders where they're Dracula or they're vampires?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's really
yes,
not.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
Let's
is.
go with that. Yes.
Is it? Are you
They're
messing with me?
outside your house and they're trying to get in because they're outsiders.
And you have to
You
ask
have to
permission.
invite them in.
All right, look, I'm an idiot, but I get it now. You guys are making fun.
Like a brand new
Holy
Pope.
policeman.
Yeah, you guys making fun of the guy with the thyroid problem.
But the guy who knows South American geography better than I
Yeah,
do.
no, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if one of us could have pulled.
No,
What was it? I know where Guyana is because we have a listener who lives there.
Yeah,
What
what's
was
the
the
other
other one?
Suriname, it's right next to it.
I was like, Sirhan.
Dude, are you
What
sure
talking
about that? You really know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Sirhan.
That's the guy
He's
that
the guy-
killed RFK.
With
Shot
six
Robert
fingers?
Kennedy. No, wait, what?
Also,
Six-fingered man?
No.
you know the whole thing is they
Hello.
think Sirhan.
My
Sirhan.
name is.
Have you guys looked into all that?
Yeah, that, like
He-
Kennedy's family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't
they
think
want him-
they
Wait,
don't. They
what?
think he's innocent.
Yeah.
Or that he was manipulated in some way. I said
Yeah.
that weird, like Trump.
Like somebody controlled him?
yeah, like
Yeah.
brainwashed.
Uh-huh.
Like he was a
Well, they said
Manchurian
that about
candidate.
Oswald, too. That he
Oh,
was
don't get me started
brainwashed.
on Oswald.
That's a
Yeah,
whole-
that's yeah, I agree. I think so too. I mean, that stuff's weird. And the
You don't
fact
think
that
Oswald
Jack
was-
Ruby shot him and then died
right.
of he had cancer. Like he knew he was dying, so he's like, "Yeah, I'll do this." And you bet his family's taken care of.
All right.
All right,
Now
well-
we're really done.
Okay, and so there we
it's time to
go.
be over when we start
Yes.
getting into
Remember, click
stuff
all the
that-
likes, do all the ratings,
That's
give
right.
us all the
Go to
goods,
our YouTube
subscribe,
page. Please
smash ding ding, wing
wa-
wing wong wong, and all
Watch
that.
a couple of YouTube videos.
All right, we
Put
done?
$1 in the jar.
I feel like I need a nap after
No
that.
kidding.
No kidding. All
All right, thank you. Thanks for listening.
This was the podcast, but now it's over. But that's okay, because you can listen to the regular show.
Are we ever going to do a
on the
podcast again?
radio.
I don't know.